Becket, Massachusetts, the heart of the high Berks. Becket's about 1,700 feet above sea level. And I think that's the average. It is the Adirondacks of Massachusetts. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful mountainous landscape with deep, deciduous and coniferous forests, beaver flows, all kinds of great wildlife. I saw a turkey vulture fly across the road, and the road that we're driving over right now, yes, none other than the Mass Pike. We're looking east on the Mass Pike, and now we're back on a road that I like better. Heading over toward Route 20, also known as Boston Road. It'll get us to Boston if we stay on it and go east. But Becket has got a history, a very extensive history. But it's the history of people. People that were scrambling to find arable land and to make a business out of those small farms proved to be extremely difficult in the rocky Berkshire soils. When the merino sheep craze hit New England right around 1815, after the War of 1812 came to an end with the Treaty of Kent and Andy Jackson's victory at New Orleans, the merino sheep craze hits. And as I drive down this great road in Becket, you're going to see, nasty little squirrel, stone walls. Everywhere we look in New England, stone walls, stone walls, stone walls. They say that if you took the stone walls and you put them in one big line, you could circle the earth 4.5 times. That's how many stone walls we're talking about. Stone walls that mark the borders of sheep enclosures. Now we've got a lot of leaves on the trees, so it might be difficult for you to see them, but on the sides of the road, both sides of the road, we have the remains of these stone walls. Right here, we're looking at Route 20. Yes. Lovely Route 20, and I'm going to take a left on it because today we're heading toward Yoakum and Buckley Denton Pond in the high Berks. There's some apple trees marking a cellar hole. When we think about the Berks, you got to think about today's Berks as well as the Berks of the past. And we'll highlight that in a moment. Yeah, the Berkshires today have become quite a destination to a lot of our friends from New York and the eastern part of Massachusetts. They rave about the small towns and cultural opportunities. Notice the sign right here, Jacob's Pillow Dance Festival. If you're looking for some modern dance, head on over to Jacob's Pillow. I'll show you some video that I took past years of Jacob's Pillow. They are in fact dancing, although maybe you might not see that. But yeah, the Berkshires here at Becket, Mass, home to Jacob's Pillow, just over the hill. We're going to get to Lee, and before we get there, we got Goose Pond. But just a little bit, just a little bit further, we got Tanglewood and all the great cultural opportunities in that part of the Berks. See, Becket's really the gateway to the Berks, but it's about as high up as you're going to get. Now we're moving up Becket Road, and we're going to be climbing over 1,000 feet to get up to the plateau where the center of Becket is and where the ponds that we're going to be attacking are located. Now again, as we go, we're moving into some state forest up here, but looking into the woods, we can see the Berkshire's famous granite spine. Look at those glacial cast-offs, those massive rocks, boulders strewn all over. And we can see that this was never really farmed, this area that we're driving up. It's just too steep. But you're going to be surprised. You find any little chunk of land up here that might work. And somebody's going to try to farm it. Now right off to our left is some flat ground. And that is a big area that was farmed. Stone walls all over the place. This truck climbed October Mountain. Ha! Nobody's got that. Maybe I should make some bumper stickers. Here we are, coming to the top. Still a little ways away. Surprised we didn't run into some heroic bikers like Officer Price, working those calves and thighs. Ah, the summit. Having spent quite a bit of time in the Adirondacks recently, I will tell you that the forest here in October Mountain is about as close to Adirondack-style woods as you will see in Massachusetts. There's actually spruce growing here. Red pine. These are the kind of coniferous trees that you only find in the high country. Perfect. 4:45. On the button. This is exactly what you wanted.
It's the exact boat I was going to get. Exactly the boat. Can you believe that?
Hank got a deal.
You gotta go on the Craigslist.
Craigslist? I probably should have done that with this. I didn't even think about it. That's where I got my big boat.
Save me $300.
That's right. The water's way up.
So when I was looking at the river, the water was way up, but it was clear still, and it wasn't crazy.
Yeah, the Westfield.
Yeah.
Yes! That water is nice, isn't it?
It's a good day for a swim.
It certainly is.
Especially after tide always, Walter.
Oh, it's been awful. Walter, nice to meet you. I love that rock. That's a piece of quartz, I think. I love that. You're going to find all kinds of good rocks up here. Have a nice afternoon, you guys. That's what we're doing. We're catching. We have I think an idea right here would be to go out another, say 70 yards a little to the left, and then just cut the kayak in and try to float across this flat, throw the spinnerbait, see if we get any action. Because this is generally, this flat on the left is a nice spot. Of course, I think this whole lake is a nice spot, really. This is a glacial lake, and really, it's got a dam that's raised the level. I mean, without that dam, I think you'd probably have a flooded boulder field, eutrophied. It'd probably be 6 feet deep. Right now in most of the lake, it's 9 to 11 feet deep. And you've got beautiful bass weeds that come up all over the lake when you come here in August. There'll be bass weeds. I mean, this has just got tremendous cover. And you'll notice over there, there's glacial cast-offs that are strewn all over the bottom of this lake. So wherever you're fishing, you might end up with a pile of boulders on the bottom that, I don't have to tell you, that's the kind of structure that we're looking for. So I think right here, Hank, let's give it a few casts off to our left. We've got a beautiful flat right here. Good spinnerbait water. Exactly. You can't really miss. I've caught them all over this lake. And I've caught some good fish here. A couple of years ago, just to my left, I caught one that was around 8 pounds. We'll see. It hasn't been a good year for me for big bass yet. It's been a kind of a crazy summer, to be honest, with the rain that we've been getting. Hits on the Cinco, but I have not yet caught one on the Cinco.
The first hit on that first cast is the only one that I've had that I recall.
Yeah. Oh, and I had that good one back there. That was a good fish. And I don't know how I blew that. I mean, it was like he hit the blades or something, but he didn't because it was so solid.
Sometimes it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's all you can hope for.
Just hit a spinnerbait.
Yes. That's too good to be true. We should be Euro-nymphing them. Voracious sunfish action. And a weed bed with some beautiful boulders coming up here. And there's got to be fish here. This is perfect structure. Are they? There's one. Perfect structure here. Oh, nice bass. What are we looking at here? A largemouth or a smallmouth? Oh, he's a largemouth. He's like a 2-pounder. Oh, he's in by my foot. Oh no. There we are. That's what we're looking for. And a fine specimen. Heck, I got a fine specimen. And back in the water he goes. Spinnerbait. Largemouth. I am. Oh, it's trying to. I got a Cinco on.
Cinco?
Yeah, I put one of them Cincos on.
They like the Cinco, I heard.
Yeah. He's towing me. I don't know what it is. He gets in the weeds. This bass got in the weeds. When they get in the weeds, you just have to relax. You notice I didn't panic. Circle hook. Oh, when he comes off at the boat.
Long line release.
Yeah, he was right in the snout. He was about 1.5 pounds like the last one. Yeah, he hit good. That weed hit good. So I'm using a grub. When you cast a grub, you want to let it get to the bottom. Then you just lift your pole and feel the weight and reel. You don't have to reel fast. See how I'm reeling? And I'll stop, and that grub falls back to the bottom. You watch it go there, it's on the bottom. And you lift it. The weight that you feel could be a fish, so always set the hook. It could also be weeds. You can see the grub went through some weeds. And I'm just going to cast it right back. Experience, the best teacher, has taught me that those kind of weeds will come right off in the cast. They're not going to be on the lure. What a beautiful night, though, just to see a sunset like that. Gorgeous. Now you got to put something in the boat. And this is we had a nice slow fish around this lake. It wasn't like we used a good selection of lures, and we haven't had much happen.
It's been basically sucky. I caught one sunfish.
Yeah, I got the 2 bass and I missed another 2. One of them was a good fish, but
I missed 4 or 5 fish.
yeah, you have.
But I mean, if I caught every fish I missed, I probably would be thinking it would be.
It's like they turn and whack it. I don't think they hit the blades much.
It's a lot to get in your mouth.
I just missed one.
Oh, it's right on the fish.
There's one. Yeah, I got one too. We got a double.
Oh, good fish. Oh, he came off.
Oh, I got a smallmouth. No, it's a largemouth.
Mine was a smallmouth, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yours was jumping like a crazy man. Well, we pretty much, we circumnavigated the lake, and we're back to where we launched, and here they are. Yeah, that's true. Oh, missed one. This is a really nice bottom here. There's a lot of nice gravel and then boulders.
That fish jumped like 3 times.
Yeah, he was.
I had a hit. I get it down and the stuff is all pulled off.
Oh, he pulled off the skirt.
Yeah. I did have a hit.
That's a sure signal.
This is a good fish. That's a fat bass. Wicked fat bass. Yeah, he's not as big as I thought he was, but he's a good fish.
Yeah.
Fought bigger.
Haha, missed him on impact. Yeah. Those are the ones that hook you. Not a good cast. Didn't get it up. But remember, there's no such thing as a bad cast because it's about the fish. What do they think of it? Like one of those Chinese islands in the South China Sea that they're not even islands, they're sandbars, right? They've been turning them into islands. Yeah.
My butt's had it, and I'm not catching. It was nice to bang a few there and just say that we did it.
Yeah, that says it wasn't a waste. I mean, you don't want to drive 45 minutes to catch a pumpkin seed.
No, but I mean, that was a decent bass.
Yeah.
released a real fish.
Yep.
Pulled the boat around a little bit.
I love it when the boat gets pulled around.
Pete Barrett here again with another episode of Gear Talk. Today I'm going to cover swapping treble hooks for single hooks on spoons, but any lure that you feel fit. So I spared you the mess and took you right to the good stuff. So as you can see, I have soft plastics in one, hard baits in another, spinners and spoons here, ultralight there for smaller fish, kind of a catch-all, another smaller box, Rapalas, topwater, suspending jerkbaits, things like that. And then I always have a box that I can customize based on conditions, what I'm fishing for, where, time of year, you name it. A little bit of everything, as you can see. For mostly bass pike, you can see. Thank you for watching Gear Talk.